Search and rescue crews are looking for a missing 20-year-old hiker in northwest Peoria. Luke Winiger was last seen Saturday near the Vistancia neighborhood.
12 News journalist Sean Rice joining us now with the latest on this search. And this is a big mystery at this point, Sean.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Troy and Rachel. Luke's mom, Melissa, I spoke with her this morning. She described it as extremely unusual for her son, who she describes as an avid and experienced hiker, to really go missing out of nowhere for over 48 hours at this point. Where I'm standing was the last place Luke was seen alive. We're in a cul-de-sac just at the end of a Vistancia neighborhood here in northwest Peoria. Investigators and his family tells me he got out of this black sedan here on your screen. It was on Saturday afternoon just before 2:45. His family tells me he got out, a typical hike he would take on any given day. They say he ventured into an area full of desert mountains in this area and has not been seen or heard of since. Now today, the Peoria Police Department is leading the search for 20-year-old Luke Winiger. They tell me they are on the third day of searching desert mountains by foot and air with the use of various drones and helicopters. There are also a lot of concerned community members who I'm told are scouring this area as we speak to look for any sign of Luke. Now, his family tells me some search and rescue dogs did pick up his scent just west of where we are. That was on Saturday evening, but that has been the only real lead on his whereabouts to this point. They say his phone is either dead or has been turned off, something that has not happened. It's something he hasn't done on any previous hikes. His mom, Melissa, tells me it is extremely unusual for her son to go missing. They tell me he has 0 cognitive disabilities, and they say he was in a great headspace when he left his home on Saturday afternoon. This morning, Luke's mom was extremely emotional at the thought of her son not being by her side and potentially not returning home. But with an army of people and resources out looking for him, she's hoping for the best and that he can certainly be returned home alive.
There's so much bad in the world every day, and that's all you ever hear. And you don't hardly hear about the goodness in people that are around, but these people don't know me or my family. We've only been here about 2 years, 2.5 years, so Luke doesn't have a ton of friends, but our church family and just everyone here has been extraordinary, giving up their time and energy, and for someone they don't know, so there is good.
Slender, 130 pounds. His family tells me he was last seen wearing gray shorts and a black short-sleeved shirt. His family tells me they believe he could be anywhere in this desert area between northwest Peoria and Surprise. Now today, the Peoria Police Department told me today, Monday, will be the last full day of what they call full-scale search and rescue operations. I'm told the reason for that is because they've exhausted all of their resources, many of the leads they've been given in terms of finding him again. We're just over 48 hours since Luke was last seen and has been missing at this point. Now, Luke's family tell me they don't know if he experienced some kind of accident while out on that hike, or they're also considering the possibility that he simply does not want to be found, certainly hoping for the former rather than the latter. Now, if you have seen Luke or know about his whereabouts, if you've seen him in the last 48 hours, you are urged to call 911 as soon as possible. We're live in northwest Peoria. Sean Rice, 12 News.
Yeah, you sure hope he's okay, Sean, because when you look at that area, fairly flat, not incredibly rugged terrain, right? Experienced hiker, no heat to deal with, and he just vanishes.
Yeah. Yeah, Troy, it is pretty flat, but we were looking at some aerial footage that we were able to see of what the terrain does look like. There are some ravines or things that he may have fallen in that area, so it's not entirely flat. But again, his family describes him as an avid and experienced hiker. He's hiked this area multiple times, dozens of times, his family tells me. So it just doesn't make any sense. And like you mentioned at the top, it is just quite the mystery at this point on what could have happened to this 20-year-old kid. But his family and all of us are certainly hoping for the best at this point.
Sean reporting live for us in the West Valley tonight. Sean, thank you.